One of the questions I get all of the time is how many showings should it take to sell my home, especially from homeowners whose properties have been sitting on the market for a while. Today, I want to give you a simple benchmark so you know what a healthy listing looks like and when it's time to make a change. If your home is priced correctly and marketed properly, you should average about one showing per day. Now, that doesn't mean you'll literally have one showing every single day. Real estate doesn't necessarily work that way. You might go 3 days without a showing and then have three showings in one day. The important thing is the average over time. Here's what it generally looks like. After about 7 days, you should have roughly 5 to 8 showings. After 10 days, around 8 to 11 showings. After 14 days, somewhere around 12 to 15 showings. It should look somewhere in this margin. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I've been selling real estate for over 20 years and have helped more than 1,200 families buy and sell homes. Whether the market was extremely hot or extremely slow, one statistic has stayed remarkably consistent. On average, it takes about 12 to 15 showings to generate an offer that leads to a contract. Sometimes the first offer works out. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 offers before you reach an agreement. But generally speaking, by the time you've had 12 to 15 showings, you should be negotiating with a buyer. Think about what that means. If you're averaging about one showing per day, you should typically be under contract within 2 to 4 weeks of listing your home. So, what if that's not happening? If you've only had 3 or 4 showings after several weeks, or you've been on the market for 2 or 3 months with very little activity and no offers, something is wrong. In almost every case, it comes down to one of two things. First, the price isn't aligned with the market. Or second, the marketing isn't creating enough exposure. Sometimes it's one of those, sometimes it's both. The good news is both problems can be fixed, but they have to be addressed. Simply waiting longer usually doesn't solve the issue. If your home has been sitting on the market for months without meaningful activity, I would consider that an emergency. The longer a home sits, the more buyers begin to wonder what's wrong with it, and it often becomes harder to sell. If you're wondering whether your home is on track or you'd like me to take a look at your situation, I'd be happy to help.